I hope everything works fine. Yay.
Maybe. Rookie is live.
What a surprise.
I really honestly didn't know.
So, stream looks good, I guess.
Sonic Forces demo.
Yes.
You should definitely play the demo and not the actual game.
I think I have a higher play time on the demo than I have on the actual game on Switch. Since I only got this Switch version yesterday. But I completed the story. And hey Moregy and Equinoxius. I think I'm just gonna play 1 or 2 stages to wait for people to get in, I guess.
Nice.
Meme.
Yeah.
Hey Mr. Rhodey. You can use the shadow costume. Yes I know. Just downloaded it. Forces is a good game.
C.
Yeah.
I would say 9, but I actually do like it, so...
Well, too bad. You are not welcome on the stream, feel like Forces.
Oh yeah, because opinions are,
It's Sonic Forces Defense Squad.
You can only have a negative opinion or else you're stupid, apparently. And also, if you have a negative opinion, you have to criticize everything as a fact, and then have a backup that says, you can like the game if you want. I'm not saying you can't, but then go right back to like acting like what you're saying is a fact.
Yeah. Gotta love the Sonic community.
Like, that's what I've noticed about Twitter. Is that there's a clear line between having a negative opinion and stating that, and stating your opinion as like a fact, and anyone who disagrees is stupid. And that's the second one is what everyone does.
Oh my god, SonicWindBlue is alive. Hey SonicWindBlue, and yes, you're in the right place, I guess. Wait, I didn't get an S ring before? Wow.
Clear stage 1 with an S ring.
And Jumbo Wizard,
in a Sonic stage.
You can't play the game one-handed because every stage has 2D. Guess I'm gonna play my favorite stage currently. See if I can beat my record.
Have you played Doom on Switch? Is what somebody's asking.
I don't have Doom on Switch because it's 60 euros and I don't want to pay for a game 60 euros for a game that I already own.
How is that game?
Doom is awesome.
Because that's, and like I said, I think I said before, I have some money on my Nintendo eShop account that I just haven't used.
Oh, wait a second.
Doom is on there.
Equinoxius, that was actually Frokenok, if you know him. And it's, from what I've heard, he was talking about it in a stream earlier today. It was sort of cheated because he did stop the timer. Like that's a glitch that's actually possible when using quick time events, I think. Oh, I missed it, dang. Hello, Drew.
Hey. We're gonna talk about how we actually like the game.
Well, I definitely don't really like everything from the game.
Yeah.
I mean, classic Sonic.
I I actually like his levels. It's just his physics
I hate it.
are
I hate
pretty
most of the
bleh.
level music for Classic Sonic, though.
Uh, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed about it. Like, I'm okay with it as background music, but like, it's definitely not on the level of like I freaking love this song, like a lot of the other songs in the game,
Yeah, true.
which actually happened a lot because the soundtrack is freaking good.
Oh my god. I was really good at this, but I'm just messing up now. And yeah, Moregy, I can definitely agree on that. It's the worst part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, even story-wise, he feels so pointless, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what were they gonna do though with him in the story? He has no story potential. He can't speak, and he's a side character from Mania. Like, he's there because they wanted Generations 2.
No! Oh my god, no, I messed it up. This freaking jump. If I don't jump at the right spot, I don't have enough height. Hey, TVGN. It's been generations since I've seen you. Oh my god, that line.
That I can understand why that line is hated, but like I legitimately like it unironically.
I mean, it's a neat idea, but it's so I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean, I agree completely, but it's like it's so forced, and I don't know. It's just I love
You
it.
mean
I
Sonic
love it.
forced this line into the game?
Yes, he did.
True that.
Oh my god, Tails saying "True Dat" actually made me want to kill myself.
True, Barney? So, before we actually start discussing, let me just check if I
What are you
can.
doing?
I was boosting without having my boost gauge filled.
That's what he does in the air when you don't have boost.
Yep.
Why?
Oh wow, I survived that. Nice meme.
I
I
know, and
didn't
then
survive that.
Tails acts like it makes so much sense that he's there, and then they like assume that they can get him back, and they're like, it's just like, what? Also, what the avatar
Oh, screw it.
powers I've noticed are so unbalanced. Like the bird, like having the bird's double jump is so much more useful than any of the other ones.
I always play as a wolf because I just like collecting a lot of rings for
Oh
no
yeah.
special reason. I think it just looks cool. But
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree there. It looks freaking awesome, but like in terms of like an ability that's supposed to like help you not die, the birds is kind of overpowered compared to the other ones.
Moregy, that does make sense. He was brought to this dimension by the power of the Phantom Ruby, and since the Phantom Ruby was gone after the final boss, Classic Sonic was sent back. I mean, that was kind of the topic of this whole game, how the Phantom Ruby
I mean,
works.
but that I mean, sure for the sake of the plot, but I mean, when you think about it, the Phantom Ruby
Nice
being
meme.
destroyed, I would think would just make it so that Classic Sonic is stuck in that dimension.
Oh, it was a nice meme. Thank you, TVJN, for the donation.
Dude, the Chaos boss fight. I freaking wish, dude. Not only am I salty because Chaos is an awesome character, but because I really wanted a remix of Open Your Heart.
I think we might get Chaos still with possible DLC.
I hope.
I mean, he is in Speed Battle.
Yeah.
So, like it would be false advertisement if they just did not or wouldn't add chaos at some point. Because that was pretty much what the E3 trailer was all about. Like, oh my god, it's chaos. And he
Yeah,
was even part
honestly.
of one of
But
I think the
okay,
first comic.
so something that really bothers me about the story is just the power dynamics of the characters. Like, you have characters like Savak and Metal Sonic taking up entire boss fights, and then, like, you have to fight them in order to get rid of them. But then, like, Chaos, Classic Sonic jumps on him once in a cutscene and he's dead, and then at the end, all the Zavox and Metal Sonics and everyone
Yeah, they're
is just
just
also one shots.
punching
It's like,
bags.
yeah, it's like, where is the power consistency? It's really weird. And like, another one that is actually more important than the other two that I just said is, I think I told you this, but we weren't streaming. Like, if everybody remembers, and at the end of Mania, the Phantom Ruby alone was enough to take Sonic out of his super form. And keep in mind, Sonic usually can't even be damaged at all in his super form.
Yeah.
So the Phantom Ruby is more powerful than Super Sonic. But yet, Infinite plus Phantom Ruby gets defeated by regular Sonic and regular Avatar. So that power dynamic is also really off.
Well, I think like Supersonic, classic Supersonic is pretty much on an equal power level to normal modern Sonic.
I mean, I guess that would make sense if that's what they're going for. That Classic isn't as powerful.
I mean, classic definitely isn't as powerful. I mean,
That would
just
be
look
the
at the
only
boost.
way. Oh yeah, but that would be the only way that makes any sense at all.
So, since we're starting the discussion now, I wanted to add a short note that I'm playing the game on Switch currently, and this is actually a review copy provided by Koch Media. So, thanks a lot for that.
Pretty sweet. Also, I really, really hate that every Sonic game has speed glitches, because if it wasn't for the speed glitches, then I would be competing for world record in this level still. But people that people that did what I did but abused like the slide glitches have a way better time than me now. And at that point, I tried a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't want to sit and try to abuse all that.
Well, you could learn the strats. I'm actually in the Sonic Forces speedrunning community now. Because, like,
I
I'm
mean,
speedrunning the game.
yeah, I could try to learn, but it's just a lot harder, and I wish that it was just traditional speedrun playing. But this level is actually super fun to speedrun. Like, I doubt it was intended, but there's just so many spots where it's like it feels like the drill wisp was just made for speedrunning this level. Like, it just fits too freaking well.
TVGN, a review copy by Koch Media. They are the publishers for Sega, for most Sega games in Germany and also other European countries. Since Sega Europe is now only located in the UK.
What's your favorite custom avatar song? I actually love a ton of them, but I think top three maybe would be the one that's playing right now, the one called, I believe, Imperial Assault. It starts with Imperial. It's like stage 28.
Imperial Tower.
Imperial Tower, the one where they're singing about like the sun falling.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And then what was the other one? Oh, the one on like the Metropolis looking area. I forget what that's called as well. Oh yeah, Aqua Road is great.
Yeah, Aqua Road is probably my favorite. I just have bad memories about the level.
Let me just. It wouldn't hurt if I'm on the game too. We're going to be talking about it, so whatever. I'll just launch it and see which one I'm referring to.
So if you have any questions regarding forces and how we think about certain things, just ask in the comments and we are gonna, well, answer that, because the main focus of this stream is actually discussing and less playing. So you might even see me sit around on the menu screen a lot.
Why is it taking so long to launch? Is it stuck? I'm at a black screen. Whoops.
By the way, playing this now on Switch again, sometimes the handling is a lot different compared to the Xbox One version.
Really?
Especially when it comes to the avatar, I want to call it drifting.
That's pretty weird.
Like, I feel like I have less control about choosing the direction while drifting, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's why I was struggling with this level so much. It felt really weird.
Oh, also, speaking of music, while we're still on that topic, kind of, I actually maxed the music and put my sound effects on like 7 just so I could hear it better.
Nice.
Like, I freaking love it. Alright, let's see. What was the other one?
SonicWindBlue. I'm more surprised that your grandma actually knows anime. So, okay.
Is it this one? No. Whoops, I launched the level instead of going back.
You're looking for Capital City, right?
Let me see.
That's the avatar level for Metropolis.
Then that must be it. Which stage number is it?
I forgot. 16, I think.
Yeah. 16. So yeah, I think that would be in my top 3 as well. But honestly, I freaking love pretty much every Avatar song.
Well, I don't love every Avatar song. Like, I really don't like Guardian Rock. I mean, I know a lot of people love that song, but I just don't. And also, I don't like the like. I like the basic melody of Park Avenue, but the voice and the lyrics, like basically the singing, kind of ruins it for me, sadly.
Also, I freaking love that this like Metropolis looking area is one of the few that got 3 levels.
Oh, right, it has the tag team stage, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, null space, quote unquote, but it's this.
That brings me to another point. Like, I get the intention of null space, because they just wanted to show off like, hey, that exists. It could be important later. But
I really wish it was actually a level, though.
It felt so pointless in the actual level.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looked really cool though. So I'm like, while I love like this Metropolis area, I really wish we had an actual null space stage.
Yeah, I mean, we have the final boss.
Yeah, that's true. But I wish they would have done something like Unleashed, where you have like actual level-ish areas and then the boss. Like that's what it
God,
reminded me of at first when I saw the null space, but then it's like, we're kidding. We don't actually play a level here.
I really can't keep track on the chat while playing the game. Sorry for
Oh
that.
right, my bad. I
Oh
should
wait, I
stop
shouldn't.
playing. Oh wait, no, I can't stop playing. I have the ×3 daily mission bonus. I need to play.
And that was really good. I actually leveled up an avatar like entirely during this 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I would definitely nerf Drill because Drill is just, oh my god.
It's
Like let
broken.
me show that off actually.
It's straight up broken.
I'm gonna take Death Egg. Oh, I
Thank you.
need to switch Wispen. Like Drill is the most broken thing you can encounter in the game so far. I'm not sure if they.
Wait, are you doing stage 4?
Yeah.
If you use it right before the drift sections, you can actually enter those super fast.
I know.
And
I just never tried it.
oh yeah, I'm on PC TBGN. But yeah, there's so many areas where it can just
Oh,
it can
wow.
skip so much. Like it's crazy.
So, like I said,
right.
Drill is something that I would definitely nerf because it's, like I said, it's freaking OP.
Like in the 2D section, you can go over like 3 of the gaps with one use of it. Towards the end, after hitting, like there's that area where there's like 3 springs in a row, or 3 sets of 2 springs in a row. You can bounce off the first one and just go all the way to the edge and not have to touch the other ones. Like there's just constant drill skips in this level. And I don't understand why they made the drill go so fast and so far with one use. I mean, it's awesome, but it's like, whoa, why?
I mean, I'm not good in using or abusing the drill because I just don't play Avatar that much. I'm more like modern Sonic runner.
Sonic Runners?
Yes, but I've seen videos and this thing is just broken.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I definitely would boost Cube because Cube has a great attack power.
Faster.
Cube has great attack power. And that's definitely helpful, for example, in Essmid Pyramid. But wait, where do you actually get Cube? Is it Essmid Pyramid? No, I think you don't.
No, I don't think you have it yet there.
Can you think of a stage that actually consists of, like, what was it called? Cube Wisps? Because I want to show up the stacking.
I don't know because I never actually used it that much.
Park Avenue, probably.
Yeah, I think there might be a spot in Park Avenue. But yeah, I definitely did not use it very often.
Oh, wait, I did not switch to Cube. Whoops. Alright, Spaceport has Cube. So I'm gonna check out Spaceport. And hey, Mr. Krabs. Supersonic isn't available in any version right now. You can just get it in unofficially in the PC version.
Because PC.
So, Spaceport.
But while we're talking about Wispens, like, I feel like what they've done here with the Wisps is what they need to either continue to improve on or keep it the same or keep it similar. Just don't revert to how the Wisps were before, because before they were just a 5-second transformation where you could do one thing, but now it's actually like a power-up, and
Yeah.
the level design complements it instead of just, hey, you're this for a second. I mean, and you can save it if you want and use it somewhere else, and it can be useful. And not only that, but they're like the elemental shields. They don't just give you one power; they give you two. Like you have the Wisp itself and the Wispin, so it's two in one instead of just a boring 5-second power up. Like, and depending on what Wispin you take, it actually changes the gameplay quite a bit.
So
especially if it's a level with a lot of wisps.
I need a
pathways.
freaking cube wisp. Where is it? What you're seeing right now, by the way, is just the attack power. That's pretty cool, and you get rings from it, which you can also collect by just hammering down again. So it's a pretty cool power-up if you want to defeat enemies, which is most likely not the case for most of the game. And like how it works is just like you can stack this up somehow, but for the amount of time you can actually use it, it's pointless because you just don't get enough hate. You're better off using, for example, burst.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think you can barely make it up here.
Oh, also, if we're still talking about what would need to be changed with Wisps, like, the hover makes no sense in this game.
Well, the hover has the plus point that it's really precise, so it's very good for collecting red star rings, and I think that's what it's there for mostly. Because doing it with burst, believe me, I've got all the freaking rings and medals with the burst. If you have a time limit to the Silver Moon rings, it's bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
What Wispin would you add?
I don't know. They cover a lot.
I mean, I can't think of any. I mean, Rocket would be pointless because Lightning does pretty much the same job. When we have Trails of Rings, obviously.
Either the Void or the other one. One of them acts like a laser in a way.
True. I mean, Frenzy would be cool.
Yeah. But then we'd have 3 of those purple ones.
Yeah, but Frenzy, I think, is actually the only one that would make sense to add because it covers a different ability.
Yeah. I am quite impressed with how the Wispins and Wisps turned out. Like, they seem really well thought out.
Spike is useless because with Spike, we have Spike with Drill already. Pretty much. I mean, Spike was there to add a spin dash to, like, spin dash along walls, I guess. And Drill does exactly that if you collect the Wisp. And what's the Magenta Riven Wisp? That doesn't exist. Sorry for interrupting, Cole, by the way. Just keep on talking.
I don't even remember what I was going to say, actually.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Whoops.
So then I would change the topic, I guess, and talk about something that really bothered me about this game.
Bomb Wisp. Alright, so what was that?
Classic Sonic.
I
mean, Chemical Plant is probably the best level to show it off, or to show off what's wrong with Classic Sonic. Just, Like, this is the beginning of the level. If I spin dash now, fully charged,
man.
obviously,
Yeah.
I
I know
can
what
roll
you're
down
about to show
here,
off.
and I don't make it up there. Even though I should have the same speed, and no, I have the same speed. If I would just start here, where it actually worked, and it throws me up high enough.
It literally makes no sense at all. And if you spin dash
Yeah, I just wanted to show that. If I
at
spin
the
dash...
bottom, it doesn't work at all, which also kind of doesn't make sense. And
I'm just gonna roll down, because that shouldn't work as well. Nope, not at all.
I feel like the main problem with Classic Sonic that I have is that he's nothing special. Like, he's just like nerf modern Sonic and then play as him. Like,
Exactly.
like he doesn't, like, it would be more fun if we were just playing as modern Sonic, because he feels better and he can do more. Like, there's not really a point of limiting us with Classic Sonic's moveset, if you can even call what he has a moveset.
So, I mean, I wouldn't bother Classic Sonic too much. I said that before the game came out. But, he's there. And look, you collect the speed shoes. And now we're over.
Yeah,
They barely last like 3 or 4 seconds.
The speed and physics make absolutely
oh
no
my
sense
God.
with Classic Sonic.
I'm literally just holding down right now. I wanted to spin dash, and I'm not pressing anything but down.
How far can you go?
Oh, this is it.
Game has no momentum. Well, then what are we watching right now? Oh,
well,
God.
never mind.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I still do find Classic Sonic's levels fun in this game, but it's just, like I said, it's like, it could be better if we just weren't Classic Sonic.
It could be better if he had actual physics.
That too.
I mean, let me show off the plays that really screwed with me over and over and over again, because I simply did not understand how it worked. And you need to go the upper road here, because
yeah, you
for a
have
mission,
to spin dash into there.
for a mission, you have to like be really fast, which means upper road all along.
Hey.
So let's see how this works. So only going through the speed booster, like, you cannot even make up the slope, because you just lose your momentum so freaking fast. I mean, you barely make it through the loop. And
It's
now spin
so
dashing.
weird, man.
Let's see how what spin dashing does. Nothing. Can't reach it. Drop dashing doesn't even get me high enough. So what you have to do is you have to spin dash. Oh my God, he did it again. That never happened before. Wow. Classic live stream, I guess. So you have to spin dash into the speed booster, which gives you enough height to get up here.
Apparently.
And that is... I don't even understand how.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, because the speed booster shouldn't be any faster. It should just be like the same speed again. Which means that spin dashing right before the slope should be perfectly good enough. But it's not at all.
But they've somehow screwed Classic Sonic's physics really, really hard.
Like, I just wonder, like, how hard is it to, like, make, like, Modern and Avatar are fine. Like, why does Classic Sonic feel so weird in comparison?
And the question I have is, why does he feel so weird after we had Mania this year?
Exactly.
Oh, and also this part. This is fun because you have to collect the Silver Moon medals, like the medals that have a time limit added to them. down here in the water, and you get a game over. Oh wow, I just died. You get a game over insanely fast in this game when being underwater.
Yeah, it is pretty fast. And yeah, Moregy, I really hope this is the last classic Sonic game. But Modern Sonic said, I'm sure we'll see him again soon, which worries me.
So let's see how long it takes to drown.
Also, something I'd like to point out that I finally realized after struggling with his physics, his air momentum, he doesn't have air momentum. No matter how fast or slow you start jumping,
True.
he will perfectly follow your inputs in midair, which threw me through a loop a lot of the time until I finally realized he doesn't have air momentum, and it's actually so easy. Like, once you realize that he just doesn't have air momentum and he will turn left and right in, like, just instantly on command when you tell him to in midair, once you finally figure that out, it becomes really easy to platform with him, because unlike like regular platformer physics, there's no momentum you have to deal with. So you just, when you want him to stop going right, you just hit left, and he listens in midair. There's literally no momentum.
Are you talking
It's
about
weird.
Classic Sonic right now?
Yeah.
I can't confirm that. But
Like,
let's see. I wanted to play Death Egg now because Death Egg is another stage to show off how broken Classic Sonic is.
I realized this in the the 2D side scroller section where there's like those wheels that he goes around and he jumps off of them really fast.
Oh yeah, you're actually right. I just not noticed that.
Yeah, like even if you're on that wheel and you jump off super fast, the moment you hit left, he'll just go left. Like, there is zero air momentum. He just listens to your inputs. And, like, that's kind of a double-edged sword, because I like it in the sense that it makes platforming easy once you realize it, but at the same time, it makes no sense and shouldn't be that way.
And look at this! I lost my momentum within half of a second. And welcome, Tiago.
So, while I do still enjoy Classic Sonic somewhat, it's not as much as Avatar and Modern, but this is what Classic is. He's definitely the worst character because of all this.
And the thing is, like, there are a lot of missions in this game. A lot. I've completed them all. I can say there are freaking a lot. And then I was finished with Modern Sonic's missions, and I think most of Avatar's. And then suddenly, Classic Sonic missions popped up. And the Classic Sonic missions, like, you have missions, for example, clear a stage with Modern Sonic, boost in a Sonic stage, kill 3 enemies mission with a boost in a Sonic stage, like simple missions like that. Then comes Classic Sonic, and it's just like, hey, spin dash in, no, do a spin attack in stage 3, and kill 3 enemies with that. So, here's a question for the chat. What is a spin attack?
So, I figured out something, or not figured out, but I realized something that I think they've had an oversight with calling it that. Is, I was watching the Game Grumps play Forces, and he went through one of those, like, question mark things that tell you stuff, and it refers to it as a spin attack there. So, like, I guess they just thought people would read that and then remember or something.
A spin attack is not rolling, not spin dash, not drop dash. Spin attack is just jumping. It's only jumping. And that's so stupid. I was trying like an hour to get this freaking mission done. Until someone thought like, hey, what if this is actually just jumping onto enemies? Someone on Twitter, I forgot his name, and it actually worked, and I was so frustrated.
I mean, why call it a spin attack? Because you can't be the only person that confused. Because no one would think that's a spin attack when he actually has multiple variations of spin attacks.
Moregy, the spin dash is actually a separate mission. Because I was trying spin dashing, it did not work, definitely.
Yeah, the spin attack is just jumping on enemies.
Jumping on 3 enemies in a row.
Because that makes sense, apparently.
And also, since I'm here now, level design for Classic Sonic. Literally, look at this. Just look at it.
Hey.
I know what you're about to show. There it is.
What even is that? Thanks for the sub, Roblox.
Yeah, dude, I said this before, but that's some Super Mario Maker stuff right there. Like, you don't do that in an official game. I've literally never seen anything like that in a game made by developers. I've seen that kind of stuff in like fan levels all the time because like, why wouldn't you? But like, I've never seen anything like that in an official title. And not that it's a huge deal, but it's still just kind of shocking when you think about it.
And like
because
when
it also completely like kills the whole like belief that you're supposed to have that Classic's penetrating the Death Egg when like the Death Egg has an invincibility for him and then the robots come down.
Exactly.
After. It's like what did Eggman want him to just run through them? Like it just that's the thing that makes it the worst is that it just makes no sense when you consider what's actually supposed to be happening like story wise.
Oh, and could you believe that there are reviewers out there who actually said that Classic Sonic was their favorite gameplay style in the game?
Oh my god, really?
And people that actually said the soundtrack is on the same level as Sonic Chronicles?
What?
I mean, opinions are opinions. But
that's a joke. No one can legitimately think that. There's no way.
I'm not gonna call someone out here, but
Sonic Chronicles soundtrack is just beep 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 beep. That's the soundtrack. Literally.
And I'm still really curious about the fact that Green Hill Zone is actually my favorite Classic Sonic level. I would like if you would tell me that by the time they announced Green Hill Zone to be in the game, or they showed off the Green Hill Zone for Classic Sonic, I would have called you crazy, but well... Oh, that reminds me, I forgot about a level. Classic Sonic, before we end our Classic Sonic rant here, and talk something positive again, Classic Sonic has another huge flaw, and that is Casino Forest.
Oh boy.
Don't get... Oh my god, Iron Fortress. Oh my god.
That level looks visually insanely nice, but goodness, why?
So,
and like towards the beginning, there's a path up top, but like it's insane to get up there. The bumpers do not work.
You mean here, right here where I'm standing?
Oh, I'm not live. Yeah, like the top right there.
Okay, yeah. that's what I wanted to show off. Like, it's impossible to get up, and no matter where you are, you get the same amount of hay. That's not how pinball physics work.
You can't get up there. Like, you have to.
You can get up there. Give me a second.
Yeah, you have to like abuse it to get up there, but like the way they intended you to get up there, you can't get up there. It's like, how did they not?
And look how classic Sonic looks in that. I thought that was just when we showed it off, it was the same thing, and I thought, hey, it's a better. They're gonna fix that. Oh, I'm up, but they didn't. And this game easily has the worst pinball physics in any Sonic game, because they just don't work intentional. You just have to learn how pinball works again, then might play another Sonic game, and you get confused because, well, pinball works there how it's supposed to be, except for Heroes maybe.
Cheatster, yeah, I mean, you can get up there, but, like, not by just bouncing off of that top bumper.
By the way,
like, you have to spin dash and jump off the wall, or land on top of the purple thing and then bounce over. Like, those bumpers are just supposed to be, like, the purple things are just supposed to, like, bounce you around. That's not supposed to be the way that you get up there.
Should probably mention that, while those things were bumping me around just now, I wasn't pressing anything. So, and let's see if I can get to the part where the moon medals are. I mean, I haven't unlocked them yet on the Switch version because I only did a basic playthrough. But the moon medals are basically on this pinball table. They're not hard to get because it's actually like the pinball thing throws you precisely to the place where you need to go. Weirdly enough, that doesn't match the physics, but this is just like you have almost no control to where you fly to, because you just have no momentum while bumping away from this.
Yeah, his air momentum really screws up this level. But thank God we have Modern and Avatar in the game.
Yes. So, and one last thing, since Moregy reminded me. Well, Cheatstar, they give you an achievement on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and also Steam, I guess. But getting them is a pain.
Yeah, that's the thing, Cheatster. Like, I was actually telling this to Rookie before we started streaming. I was like, if we unlock Supersonic, why do we have only one unlock of Supersonic, but yeah, we have 3 collectibles? Like, we have the red rings, the bingo wheels, and the moon medals, but we're only going to unlock one thing, which is Supersonic, which means that 2 of those collectibles are completely pointless besides achievements, which doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it's still nice for replayability because I'm a completionist, so I like them, but it's just strange that they're not going to do anything.
Oh my god, Classic Sonic, can you please just jump? Thank you. So, another thing where Classic Sonic's physics are broken is here. Wait,
Are you going to demonstrate the freaking wheel thing?
Well, it did not work as I wanted it to work. Maybe it's not even the case on the Switch version, which would be weird. Oh my god, this freaking level, I hate it. And I liked it at first.
Did you get the silver moons on it yet?
What?
Did you get the moons on it yet?
I 100%ed the game on Xbox One.
Oh, right.
Which means all achievements and... Oh my god, I'm never gonna do that again. So screw that red starring, I'm not gonna complete the stage anyway. So he stayed... It's classic Sonic, as you could see just now. He straight up kind of flies through the thing and stands there for like half of a second. If you have enough speed,
Wait.
at least. Just
Super
look at
Sonic
this.
is not an unlockable. He's just straight DLC only.
Oh wow.
Wow. That's
Oh my god.
weird.
Classic Sonic, please jump as intended.
He can't, dude.
Like right now, I even feel that the physics are somewhat different in the Switch version compared to the Xbox One version. Because I don't remember struggling with this much with the beginning of the level. I just feel like I can't really control the jumps somehow. I don't know, something feels just
it's classic
off.
Sonic.
But it could be
probably...
just because I'm live and screwing things up.
Whoa, wait, wow, it auto-activates as well?
Wow.
That's... Well, why?
Just, Cole, just look at what I'm doing.
Alright. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Do you?
No, this is fine.
So you pick super on the level select, and then he auto-activates.
So, and then those things. Those spinning wheel things.
Okay, yeah, like, just run around it as fast as you can, and then jump off, and then turn the other direction in the air.
No.
There's no momentum.
Look at this.
What? That's a thing?
I figured that out randomly, because the game never told me to. I mean, probably if I would have activated, like, tips from the game, it would have told me, but, like...
Holy cow, dude.
Like, that's actually a thing. Just hold down, and he will get momentum.
And then he'll
but
lose it.
the thing why we're in the stage is the upcoming section. So, let's think about the worst thing they could add to a classic or to a Sonic game in general, because Sonic is about high speed. They always say that. It's about platforming, and so on and so on. So with the tornado levels we had in several games like Mania or Sonic 2, they added auto-scrolling, which is fine for tornado levels. But now we have it.
Auto-scrolling is so much fun, dude.
We have it in this level, in the final level for Classic Sonic.
Yeah, well, and the final level at that, like, it's so ironic. Why would you make his final level a freaking auto-scroll?
And because why is it an auto-scroller? I mean, I would get it if there was a laser chasing you or something, but there clearly isn't. This is just random, oh, let's screw with the players a bit.
But yeah, this is where I figured out that he actually has no momentum despite any speeds. Like, it's so weird.
Oh, and here's another thing. The Silver Moon medals are actually in this auto-scrolling section.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was cancer.
It's so much fun. Oh, and if you jump just here, while running down, Sonic gets super fast randomly and drops his speed in not even half a second. Like, before you reach this speed booster, your speed is at 0 pretty much. Wait, what? What?
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh, shit.
Nice. That was actually that's a secret path. It's an alternate pathway to this level.
That has never happened before to me, and I did not intend to do that. Please, please don't hate. Can I recreate that?
I don't know. What if
I
it's
was
like
just
that
running
moment?
up, and he was... I don't know.
I think that's a Rise of Lyric moment where just something crazy happens and you
Oh my
can't
god,
ever
can you
redo it.
give that?
Yeah. Let me do that. Wow.
Huh. So, oh my god. Why? I wanted to do a spin dash. Oh my freaking god. So anyway, that was our classic Sonic rant section.
Yeah.
I think we've ranted on classic Sonic enough now. So let's talk modern Sonic, I guess. So, thinking about a level to show off some modern Sonic stuff.
I think go to the casino one.
The casino one, okay.
Because the thing is there, like, you've got those, like, 3D sections where you only run forward. And
there are different paths, though.
Oh, yeah, the different paths there are pretty cool. But there are a lot of sections like this in the game.
So, just sorry for the interruption, but this shows off one problem with this game in general. Oh my god. There are speed boosters everywhere. Like, you have a boost. Why would you need 20 speed boosters in a row? So, and then, yes, those levels are really linear, that's a fact. At least the 3D areas. In 2D, it's pretty much fine for me.
Yeah. So,
but even though it's linear, I really freaking enjoy Modern Sonic.
Same. So, like, that's where I was going with that. Like, these, like, straight line boost areas, they make it so that it's satisfying to play, but yet, in some levels, such as this one, that's pretty much all the 3D you're getting. Like, I feel like that the concept of these areas is perfectly okay, and it's fun, but it shouldn't be the core of the level. Like, I feel like the levels are too short for them to do that type of thing. Like, if they were longer levels, then it would make more sense. But
True.
like, I don't know. It seems like, again, I do think this level's fun. Like, I actually like this level a lot. It's just like, from a critical standpoint, it just seems weird that that's pretty much the only 3D in the level.
Yeah, definitely. But I also have to say, while previous Modern Sonic games always like focused you to stop at certain points in 3D, this game lets you run straight forward through the entire 3D area. And I consider this, well, somewhat bad, obviously, because it's linear, but also it gives you a completely different sense of speed. And
Yeah,
like, alongside with the music, it's just Like, for example, those Sonic Lost World inspired roads here. It's just fun to run on them. Like, I just enjoy it to run there because it feels so good to destroy all the enemies and stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I wish there was more like 3D platforming sections to complement it, because it's definitely not bad. It needs more.
Yeah, I agree on that.
And like I actually like these levels and like Modern's levels in this game better than Generations, because I just there's a lot of like little tweaks that they made to Modern Sonic in general that I really appreciate. Uh, one big one being the boost in general. The boost doesn't feel as much as a just like a lockdown as it did before. Like you can actually move him a little bit. And as well, the air boost isn't just a dash, like it's actually like it's an entirely different like diagonal momentum, and like you can actually use that uh, kind of in more like in healthier ways, I think, than just air boosting and immediately stomping just because you wanted to go somewhere.
The thing about air boosting is, it doesn't randomly stop anymore, from what I've noticed.
Yeah,
Well,
that's another
I
thing.
mean, it did stop in Generations, in Colors. No, not in Colors. I think in Colors you could also just air boost for as long as you wanted to, and then
I don't
unleashed.
remember about colors.
And so you've just mentioned a few things like stages being short, uh, boost management, and well, this sums pretty much up why this game is currently so interesting for speedrunners, or for also
Yeah.
for new speedrunners, because short stages are much more motivating to uh, get your hands on speedrunning.
Yeah, and that's definitely the case with me, because I've like done a little bit of speedrunning in this game, and it is really fun. Like the short levels really complement the idea of speedrunning. So I don't see the short levels as a bad thing by any means. The bad thing is that there needs to be like double or triple even the levels because of their length.
That's true. And that's definitely something we can talk about later when we come to like game length in general.
Right.
But the
I
thing
think
is,
in a
speedrun.
general sense, modern Sonic I think is pretty fun in this game, and considering how he feels and everything, I think it's the best version of modern Sonic Boost that we have.
Um, I would somewhat agree on that, I guess. I
I
mean,
mean, well, we
for the type
do.
of game Forces is, yeah, definitely. Would I welcome this boost in Unleashed? Then, no, I definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the type of levels were being thrown, but yeah, that's another thing. The boost here is not just hold it and you win. I mean, it sort of is sometimes, but it feels like you can do more.
You don't like
It
the
it
double
is.
jump feel. See, the double jump is something that is kind of weird to me. Because out of all the things they could have taken from the parkour from Lost World, they took the double jump. Oh wait, did we have a double jump in colors?
Well, yeah, we had it in colors.
Oh well, okay, then never mind that. But it still feels kind of weird. I would have welcomed stuff like holding onto edges, for example.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do agree. The absence of the drift is quite weird. Like, I feel like it wasn't smart to take that out. I mean, I understand not having light dash because of the lightning wispin, but modern Sonic can't use that on his own. So he just doesn't have it. Period.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, that's I guess that's the thing. It's maybe this in a way this is my favorite modern Sonic because like what with boost and everything, it's my favorite. But yeah, we don't have everything. We don't have his full skill set.
Oh, and can I just say, in a hilarious way, I love how broken full 3D stages like this one are.
I think it's only because of the fact that it goes down constantly.
Yeah, going down in this game is pretty weird. I mean,
Like if
I've
this is a straight
showed that on Sunset Hates already in my first speedrun I did, where the air boost is like really broken, and that's the case for all the times where you like go down. This is
yeah.
just I freaking love this. I mean, sure, it sort of is broken, yes, but in the most hilarious way possible.
The avatar is I feel like the only real way to talk about him is to talk about the Wispins because I mean he's just modern Sonic without boost and with Wispins pretty much because the level design besides Wispins is pretty much the same and he's not intended to control very differently even though he kind of does.
Yes, true.
So like I mean we kind of talked about Wispins already, but I guess just recap, they're much better use of the wisps than in previous games. They make which one you choose feel very eventful and makes like especially some of the levels, depending on which one you choose, you actually take an entirely different route, which is awesome. So I really enjoyed using the wisps in this game, which I didn't like in previous games.
Same.
Like I really feel like to combining Avatar and modern Sonic gameplay into one style would be like the perfect modern Sonic gameplay.
That's something I definitely can agree on, and we see that in Tag Team.
Yeah,
Because Tag Team,
like
since you're boosting a lot in Tag Team stages, it's actually basically playing modern Sonic with Avatar abilities.
yeah, and it works so well. Like there's clearly they knew how to build the levels around both and pretty much control as one unit.
Oh, Cheatster, yeah, that's actually something that really bothered me. I was so confused when he suddenly started wall jumping, and I was like, "Wait, what? There's wall jump?" Um, and up to that point, I didn't really notice that we didn't have wall jump in the game.
Yeah,
But that
and
part actually
yeah,
made me realize that, oh my god, there's actually no wall jump in the game except for this one level.
and I see we're talking about like the concept of keeping or leaving Boost in the past. I feel like if they combine Boost with these new ideas as presented in Forces, or maybe other ideas, like maybe they could combine Boost with some of the parkour from Lost World or something. Like Boost can't stand on its own 2 feet alone. It just can't. Look, Unleashed we had Werehog, Generations we had Classic, and now here we have Classic and Avatar. Boost can't be
Colors.
a well. Yeah, I mean the boost.
I
They
mean,
called it boost
not
in
not
course,
counting
but it
personal
wasn't.
opinions on colors, but it was a boost game, uh, and
But it
people
wasn't
liked it.
this. It wasn't the same type of boost gameplay though um, as Unleashed and Generations and Forces. It definitely feels like sort of its own thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that.
So like I guess in that sense, boost can stand on its own 2 feet, just not in the formula that we're looking at in Forces. As we were just saying, like like in these tag teams, you combine everything into one playstyle, and it fits perfectly, and they like kind of complement each other a lot.
Oh wow.
And honestly, that's what I've been wanting them to do for a while. If they keep the boost, is just make it more diverse and add more to it. And the Wispins pretty much do exactly that.
So, do we have some questions on the chat, maybe? Regarding Avatar or Tag Team, obviously. I mean, I think Tag Team is, after Modern Sonic, I gotta say, the most fun playstyle. Because I just
Yeah.
like, I mean, I love Tag Team, but I like the basic Modern Sonic stages just a little more. Only because of the stages themselves, not necessarily due to the game for the gameplay. What's your favorite stage?
Hmm.
Uh,
That's tough.
like
uh,
right now, I would say it's Mortar Canyon, probably. Like the modern Sonic Eggman Empire fortress level.
Honestly, I have no idea what my favorite stage would be, but I can pick a favorite zone, like a favorite aesthetic, which would be the Metropolis area. Is it actually called Metropolis in this game? Like, does it have a name?
Which one? Sorry, I just read the
Just
chat.
the huge white city. Is it actually called
It's
Metropolis
called
in this game?
Metropolis, yes, and the other
Okay.
city area is called City.
Well then, yeah, I don't know about favorite level, like as in level design wise, but Metropolis is definitely my favorite visual.
Tiago, I don't want to talk about possible formulas for Sonic now, honestly. Because like this stream is supposed to be about forces alone. So we could talk about that in another stream, probably.
True. But I guess to give you a quick answer, I do think that would be pretty awesome. But okay, so like because of the things we just talked about, it kind of makes you realize that classic Sonic is even more pointless when you think about how the Avatar gameplay is kind of moving Sonic forward, like concept wise. And classic Sonic is just sitting in the past with nothing new but the drop dash.
Well, we were talking a lot now, and this made me realize maybe they just added Classic Sonic because it was sort of, I don't know, cheap work maybe? And they needed stages?
Maybe.
I mean, it would make sense in a way.
Yeah, classic Sonic is padding. But I wish, like, when you look at pretty much every Sonic game since Unleashed, there's so much padding. always. Like, they haven't delivered just a full experience. Like, that padding is the perfect word for classic Sonic. And in Generations, there was a lot of padding with the missions that were pretty much just replaying the same level over and over, doing nothing new. And in Colors, padding was like...
Oh my god, don't remind me of Colors.
It was just, they legitimately copy and pasted the levels and added a few things in, like, I don't want to say half the acts, but a lot of the acts. And then in Lost World, you had a bunch of really gimmicky levels, like the snowball, or bouncing on a spring, or shoot, what was another one? Oh, where you're just flying up and down.
Oh my god, no!
Like,
don't talk about Colors, please. I'm getting nightmares.
There's so much like padding. I mean, I'm glad Forces doesn't do any of that, but as you said, classic Sonic is still some padding. Like, I wish we could just get a rich experience with no padding. Like, if they cut classic Sonic from this game and just had more modern and Avatar content, then this game would just be ridiculously awesome.
True.
I mean, okay though. So, while I say that, I do have to cut Sega slack because I don't know how many people actually remember this, but it was leaked that for Colors, Generations, and Lost World, Sonic Team was not attempting to deliver the best possible experience. They just wanted to shoot games out. They didn't care about, you know, delivering an awesome game. That's real. And different people at Sega had apologized on different occasions for the lack of quality in those titles. Well, they used the terms recent games, but still. So Forces is the first game to come out where they claim they're really trying to please the fans, and I feel like it makes sense for there to be classic Sonic padding in their first game where they're trying, because some people really like classic Sonic, so I feel like they're like in Forces was kind of like a try-hard game to please everybody, because you have classic, you have modern, and you even have Avatar that lets people create their own characters, which a lot of Sonic fans like. So I feel like this game was just them really trying to show that they are trying again. So at least I assume after Forces, then they can try to give us that full experience with no padding.
So Moregy asked a question. How was Infinite as a villain for us? So I think since we're pretty much done talking about the gameplay, we could hop over to the story in general.
Alright.
And, well, I have to say, Infinite is... I really like the concept of Infinite. And he was pretty cool in the most recent comic that got released. But he was pretty weak in the game, sadly. I just feel like they've wasted a lot of potential on Infinite, like they did on the general story.
That kind of goes back to like how I was talking earlier about the power mechanic in this game. Infinite, I mean, I still love him. He's awesome. His theme is awesome, and like what we do have of him in the game is cool. But as you just said, there was wasted potential, wasted opportunities. They didn't flesh him or the story out as much as they could have, and as a result, he just comes off as a lot weaker than he should be.
What I think is really bad is that the whole Infinite backstory, like the thing with Shadow and Infinite, was only managed in like a side sentence in one cutscene in the Shadow episode, and they focused the whole backstory thing on the comics. Like, for example, where the Phantom Ruby came from. And how Eggman got the Phantom Ruby. That was all in the comics. So, while I do love the idea of having comics, why are the comics not in the actual game? Why did they make them social media exclusive? I
I
mean,
have no idea.
even Fire and Ice had the comic at the beginning in the final game.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't a long one, but it was there.
like, for me overall, I like Force's story, and it's definitely better than the story of the past couple games. Because, I mean, Generations almost doesn't have a story, if we're honest. But that still doesn't mean that it couldn't have been a lot better.
I mean, I do love the freaking story concept. I really,
yeah.
I really just love it. I just think in the game, not in the comics, it's executed not really well.
Yeah, and it also, to me, it feels like they needed more cutscenes. They needed more to work with. Like when you think about it, we don't really have that many cutscenes, and the people who made videos, showing all the cutscenes, it's not very long. So if they just had more, then they probably could have done a better job with the story. But it's very short. That's the problem.
Well,
It's not long enough.
I gotta say, I do love the idea of telling a huge chunk of the story through in-game sequences, like in the actual level.
Oh yeah, I really love that.
For example, in Sonic's Metropolis, they added a auto-running section where the camera was just like this action camera thingy, and Amy and Knuckles were talking while like this was running. I'm gonna show that off real quick, and I think that is a really cool idea, and it makes it, I don't know, somewhat more realistic maybe.
Yeah,
Because the story not happening while you're in stages, that doesn't really fit.
yeah. I haven't seen very many games do that, but every game that I've played that's done it, I've really liked the concept of it. And even though we were just talking about how the story could have been executed better, it does really help that they have these in-game dialogue areas, section. Well, I don't even know what to call it. It's there.
But what I think is, in most cases, sort of pointless, is having those things before the actual levels, instead of having cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, this is the only place where you really notice that you don't have a drift. Because if you boost here, you just straight up die. There's no way that you cannot die here while boosting.
Although, I do really, really appreciate that everything was voiced in this game, even the text outside of levels. Like,
yeah, that's true.
They could have easily just made that something you read. And I love that they actually voiced 100% of it.
Well, a narrator would have been nice. That's not me complaining, just like maybe for those short things like where we say 6 months later, Eggman conquered the world and stuff.
I forgot about that.
If we had some kind of narrator, would be really cool. And this is the section I was talking about. Sonic runs automatically with the camera, and Knuckles and Amy are talking. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And I agree, the voice acting in this game is pretty on point.
True. Even the German voice acting is something that I can't really complain on this time, and in games especially, it used to be really bad. For example, in Generations or Lost World, that are probably the only games that they're voiced in German, I think.
Maybe. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Mike Pollock is just getting better and better. Like, I freaking loved his performance in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing it for what, 15 years now?
Yeah. He's been the voice for a while.
No, it's not 15. It's somewhat like 12 or 13, maybe.
I mean, whatever. We were close enough.
Oh, and another thing about the story that I think is really great. I mean, we had it in Generations also, but Eggman is actually the final villain.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, okay, we also had that in Lost World, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not like his creation turned up against him.
Yeah. And it felt
like
more...
they did. I mean, they did that in Lost World with the Zeddy. Then, like, somewhat in Colors, maybe? Oh, well, probably not in Colors. Right now, I can't even think of games. But there are a lot of games.
No, he created those wisps.
Where he just tries to gain power somehow with some weird creation of his or anything else, and in the end it just turned against him.
Yeah, I'm really... That is nice that they didn't pop that cliche and have Infinite betray him, because that would have been a really easy card for them to play. But I think with what you were saying about Eggman actually being the final boss, I feel like that feels more meaningful in this game, because...
Wait, what was that?
There actually is a plot in this game. Like, yes, every game technically has a plot, but like, Generations plot just, it doesn't go anywhere, ever. Like, you get, like, the first and last couple cutscenes are all you need, which is not a good story.
Yeah.
Like, if everything in the middle doesn't matter, then that's not a good plot at all. Like, they just talk in the white limbo about pointless stuff. And then it's like, oh, hey, Eggman's in the time meter now, fight him. Like, that doesn't feel like a surprise, but, like, in Forces, it does.
Even though I still don't really understand the meaning of the final boss. In the final boss, in some ways, just feels a little weird.
Yeah. After replaying it a couple times, though, I actually really do like the take on that boss, even though we have seen it a bunch of times now.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's probably the best execution of that Colors final boss thing.
I feel like Lost World did it the worst.
But Lost World had the best soundtrack. Like, honestly, the final boss soundtrack for Lost World is just straight up amazing.
Yeah. And I guess, like, besides what we said about them not fleshing out the plot enough, in general, I still liked it a lot. And I liked that they used all the characters, and the characters weren't just, you know, one line and then you never see them again.
Well, you got me thinking. I mean, there's another game where we used to say that. Well, something like that, at least. It's called SonicWindBlue Rise of Lyric. No, actually, the basic story concept wasn't too bad. You just see, like, in every single cutscene, oh, they wanted to add something there, but they didn't have the time. There's something missing. We need more
Yeah.
cutscenes, more story to it. And I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
that's the same for Forces, even though the story
I
of
mean,
Forces isn't such a mess as Rise of
yeah,
Lyrics.
it's
Definitely not.
that what you just said definitely stands, but at least there's not like clear openings where they definitely intended for there to be more cutscenes. Like there's a lot of that in Rise of Lyric.
Is Scream dead and my man Big? They're not in the game, so I
And
don't know.
Blaze.
And I don't really care for Cream or Big, honestly. So, I think there was something we wanted to talk in terms of the plot earlier.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of that's left is like game length.
Oh, right, yeah, that's it. Game length. So, a lot of people are saying that it's longer than Colors and Generations. But
Replayability-wise, it is, but
replayability-wise, it is. But other than that, well, it's story-wise, Generations is probably a little shorter for new players.
Yeah, Generations only has 18 stages plus bosses, so it's similar.
Oh, it also has missions you have to do.
Yeah. But,
So
I mean,
you probably end up
is,
having 27 stages plus bosses. So, but I would say completing Generations is a little faster due to the lack of cutscenes in Generations. The Generations had even less cutscenes than Forces does.
And the thing is, with Colors, though, I don't like to even count all the levels in the length of the game because it's just not fair, because a lot of those levels are straight up copy and paste from Act 1, and I really hate that.
Well, that's true, but like in terms of game length, you have to count at least how long does it take you to complete the basic story. And you can't even directly check for Colors because I did a live stream on that not too long ago. It was somewhat around 4.5 hours maybe, which was at a point where I hadn't played it in years, so it was sort of blind, which is comparable to my Forces playthrough, my first Forces playthrough. So let me see. Oh my god, when did we stream Colors? Oh boy, it was in September. It took me 3 hours and 41 minutes. And my first Forces playthrough took me roughly about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So, Colors is a little longer. Well,
but that's what I like. Like, I always said that length is really important to me in Sonic games, but I don't mind it near as much in Forces because none of the levels are just straight gimmicks or a copy and paste. They're all actual new levels.
Yes.
So it kind of balances that out, at least for me. But like, I definitely wish the game was a lot longer. But when you take into account that it was $40 and not $60, I think it's a lot more acceptable.
I would agree, but I actually don't. I think 40 euros / dollars is a lot for Forces in its current state. Because like most people are just playing through the story and then never touch it again.
Yeah.
And for those, 40 is a lot.
But yeah, I definitely agree. I'd rather a much longer game be in $60.
I mean, if they end up doing more DLC and have that for free, then I'm in.
Yeah.
But I actually doubt it, because Aaron Webber confirmed on the live stream that there are no plans for more DLC other than Shadow.
Plus, like, they've already, like, the game's already out. People are already criticizing it for being short. So, like, it's, even if they wanted to release DLC to, like, make it longer, I feel like it's too late for that, because that would be counted as DLC. Like, this is the base game, and it is short.
True.
Like, I mean, I would freaking welcome DLC, of course,
But
but like,
also,
that doesn't add to the main game.
But we are Sonic fans. We generally have a different view on that, probably.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the stream from, I think 2 days ago, but before the game came out, he confirmed that there are no plans for other DLCs than just Shadow. They might have changed their plans. I mean,
Yeah, there's actually... they've contradicted themselves with DLC. They've actually said both that they won't and they will. So, who knows which one is actually true.
so, we could talk about the difficulty of the game. So, I think the game has a, let's say, decent difficulty, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
some stages are definitely challenging.
Yeah, the whole game is definitely not easy. I don't think it's too easy by any means. I feel like it's, at least for me, it strikes a good balance, because you don't want a game to be too easy, but at the same time, a Sonic game is not a game where you want to get frustrated at a level's difficulty. You just want to have fun with it. So, yeah, I feel like they could easily screw up and make something too hard.
But what I actually consider as a bad thing is this normal mode thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually called easy mode in Japan. Just to add that, someone on the Sonic Sanctuary Discord told me.
It is stupid that they call it normal and hard. I actually completely forgot about that. Because it's not.
I mean, a lot of my deaths were with Classic Sonic, actually. Due to his gameplay. And, well, I died on Guardian Rock, like I always do, because the avatar jump handling is just awful. But
yeah, you really gotta build... He's like the opposite of Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic has no momentum, and for him, like, he really relies on momentum. Like, you have to build up that speed.
But also, or most of the people here in the stream are experienced Sonic players.
Yeah.
Looking from a perspective of the target group, which are children and young adults who aren't necessarily Sonic fans, probably. I mean, Izuka stated once that Forces was the game for everyone, while Mania was the game for fans. Yeah. Which, according to the reviews, turned out the other way around. Ha. I do think this game has a decent difficulty. if you're not like used to play Sonic over and over and over again, and for people like me who speedrun Sonic games, it's not really a challenge, but well, I definitely
But
don't
I
think
mean,
the game is too easy. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess.
yeah, and I mean, the thing is, they do a good job of creating difficulty after you beat the level. So like, some of the missions are pretty hard, and
Oh my
some
god,
of
the
the
missions.
collectibles can be hard. So
So I haven't talked about the missions actually. That's a good point because the time attack missions, uh, I think maybe 4 or 5 of them will be really, really freaking hard for most players, I guess.
yeah, I mean, the time attack missions do actually require a pretty solid time.
And especially on the final boss, I was like half a second over the time I was allowed to need for the final boss. So there's that.
I mean, that one is kind of weird. I feel like that was kind of an unfair level to put the time attack challenge on. I mean, it didn't take me that long, but it's a matter of all that is a matter of like knowing the fastest way to kill it. It's not really like, at least for the first two, like for classic Sonic, you have to know that you can bounce it back 2 to 3 times. And for Avatar, you have to know that you can just jump off and hit him right in the chest twice each time, and that's the fastest way.
Wait, what? I
Oh
can
yeah,
hit him in the chest?
yeah. Like when he slams his hand down, you don't have to hit his hand. You can just go for his
Oh
chest.
my god, I always used the burst Wispin to
But I
just
mean,
spam the attack on him, and that's why I was taking so long.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of a weird time attack challenge because it's just a matter of knowing the fastest way to kill it instead of like actually being fast. Because you could, if you didn't know those fast ways to do things, you could still think you did it in a fast manner, but then you didn't complete it the way the game wanted you to, so it took longer. So that time attack mission's kind of a weird one.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess since I am one of the very first people on the world to complete this, that's sort of an excuse for being stupid, I assume. Please?
But I mean, so as we've talked about, we both like the game, but we've made it clear that it's far from perfect.
It's definitely far from perfect, but that doesn't mean that you can't have fun. I mean, Sonic
Exactly.
Forces will be among my 5 favorite Sonic titles, probably. But since Sonic 06 is ranked on second, well, I think that says a lot about me.
And like I feel like my personal rating for the game would be a 7.5, which isn't too far from IGN's review. So like I sort of agree with a lot of the reviews because everyone has legitimate criticisms, but and I mean, and we do too, and we agree with a lot of them. But the thing is, despite the flaws it has, I still enjoyed the good parts of it a lot more than I did in, say, Colors, Lost World, and even Generations.
Definitely, definitely.
Like I've had a lot of fun with my playtime in Forces. Like if it cleaned itself up and like was longer, had a more fleshed out story, and removed classic Sonic, then the game would be like a 10 or a near 10 for me, because the actual gameplay I really enjoy.
So, thinking about it, I would probably give Forces a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. I mean, good thing that I'm not the one who has to write a review for Spin Dash. Because, well, it would be biased probably in a lot of parts. Since, like, I really enjoy playing the game. I've been playing the game for, I think I'm somewhere between 30 and 40 hours now.
I mean, the only thing that's really stupid to me about like review scores in this game is that Generations scored really high, and Generations does almost nothing better than Forces.
Well, for us.
But
like,
I mean,
for Sonic fans, this is just a hey, it's pretty much Generations 2. I know people hate to hear that, but they definitely try to build up on the fame that Generations received.
Yeah, and I can definitely see that, but if you're going to review a game, you've got to look at it. You can't look at other games. You're reviewing that game, and fine, score it what you will. But what makes absolutely no sense compared to Generations is the story. I never heard a complaint about the story in Generations from any reviewer, but the story is atrocious and almost non-existent, and they do nothing with it. And yeah, this story could use a lot of work, but it exists, and it's good for what it is. But yet, reviewers are criticizing it when Generations, like I said, almost didn't even have a story. So that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It makes sense. You're forgetting that most people don't play Sonic for the story. I always get asked when I play, for example, Pokemon or Sonic, or heck, let it be random game XY, where I say, hey, yeah, the story was bad, so I did not enjoy that part of the game. And then people are just coming and ask, are you playing it for the story? Why? No one plays it for the story. And then, well, I don't play it for the story, but having a good story is a better thing for me to have.
Yeah.
And that's what most people just don't understand.
But with that being said, why does Generations get that don't play it for the story pass, but yet Forces doesn't?
Because Forces tries to tell an actual story, unlike Generations, where the story consists of fan service over and over again.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it just seems unfair on a score scale. Like, I guess if you just look at Generations and don't even consider the story, which is probably what people did, then it makes sense. But at least the way I would think. I mean, I'm not good enough with my words, or not good enough of a critic to actually review. But if I did, I would, despite the game, I think I would consider story as a chunk of the game's score. And Generations would score very low on a story scale.
Yeah, well, the thing is, jump and runs usually don't have that big of story. And if they do, people tend to think that it's annoying. And
sadly,
from a gameplay and level design perspective, yes, I I would rate generations higher probably. But one thing we haven't talked about is rehashing.
Oh yeah.
Forces obviously does a lot of rehashing, but you don't really notice it as rehashing. Because look at this, this is chemical plant.
Yeah.
If the names level wouldn't be chemical plant, you wouldn't recognize it, at least in the outer part. The inner part is pretty obviously chemical plant, but still different enough from the original to stand on its own feet.
Yeah, that's something I really like about these stages is, like, especially like the Death Egg, like the modern Death Egg, like, yes, it's the Death Egg, but it's completely freaking new and it's awesome.
And a thing that I've noticed when I was collecting the medals in this level, you can actually slide through those like forgot the name.
You can?
Yeah, you can, and you actually have to collect certain number rings or silver moon rings. There are
So
certain
that's
parts
how
where
you
you can
do
do.
it.
There are certain parts where you can do it, and that's a cool thing
I-
for alternative paths.
I don't think, like, I was trying to get the number rings last night on this, and I think I gave up because it was an SOS mission, and I died, and then it sent me all the way back out, so I just didn't go back in. But I saw the number 3 locked in that thing, and I was like, how do I get that? But I guess now that makes sense.
Okay, someone needs help with beating the last infinite boss under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. The trick is use the drill wisp, and when he attacks you with his metal sonic type attack, just use the drill wisp. It does a lot of damage, and you easily beat him under 2 minutes and 15. I needed Twitter to figure that out, actually. I didn't do that on my own. But I can... Oh, don't have drill equipped, I think. But I can show it off real quick.
As for what Wispins I like hate the most, the Lightning Wisp, Real Wisp, Burst, and what was the other one? Dang it.
I can check. I need to switch Wispins anyway.
I don't know, but at least those 3 I really
whoops.
like.
So, my favorite Wispin is probably Lightning. Just because... reasons. And my least favorite one, I guess it's Void or Asteroid. Because I just don't think they're really helpful.
I like the Void. I haven't used it in much levels. I used it on the final boss, and it just kind of like sucked up all the shots, which was cool. But yeah, the Asteroid one I think would probably be my least favorite.
So I think about this infinite boss fight, it's pretty much all about boost management. Like, you have to start boosting at the right spots, so those things here won't hit you, and you have a clear pattern to go through. But it's not too hard once you've gotten used to how fast the boost gauge lowers.
It is weird. Like, I just realized we have we have 3 infinite fights, but yet Chaos and Shadow don't have fights at all.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's just false advertisement as far as it goes currently.
Yeah.
Because, like, Chaos is only there for marketing. Shadow had sort of a purpose to show, hey, we're just illusions. And Shadow was pretty perfect to show that off, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I guess Chaos really is just marketing and then false advertisement, because he is a non-existent character in this game. Like, classic Sonic is in this game more story-wise than Chaos is. And that's saying something.
Yep, definitely.
And it's a shame. Like, I wonder why they would even do that, because it just... Why? I wonder why. Just because they know everyone loves Chaos.
I just forgot how to use the drill, so I gotta restart the fight. If you can fuse two classic Sonic levels, what will they be? I would wipe out every single classic Sonic level if I could.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, classic Sonic, for me, easily is the worst part of the game. We were talking about that earlier in the stream.
Yeah.
So, I can understand that there legitimately are people out there saying that classic Sonic was the best gameplay part. It's all opinions, yes, I know, but I just can't understand that.
If for those people, then like Forces just isn't the game they should be getting. It's Mania.
Probably.
Because, like, if you like okay, because like classic Sonic in this game is like a really crap version of other classic iterations. So if that's your favorite part, opposed to the 3D characters that are sort of moving forward, gameplay wise, then I mean, there's not really a point to Forces. Or, well, for you, if that's your opinion. Because, geez, man, like Mania, if you want a freaking classic Sonic experience, then there you go. They freaking nailed everything.
Well, not everything. It has some issues, but not too many.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot to charge my drill again. I'm stupid. So, is there something else we could talk about? I think we covered pretty much everything now.
I guess the only thing I can think of would be like the writing within the levels and within the story.
It was a lot less cheesy.
Yeah, I definitely like. This is my favorite writing since Colors, because it seems a little more serious, and the jokes weren't as bad, and I actually laughed at some of them.
Oh, I love the thing on the death egg where Sonic was talking to Zavok, and he was like, something about a... I don't remember the exact word. It was something about a party, and he was talking, and then, why did no one invite me? Oh, right, because you hate fun. I think that was really cool. Just, I don't know why. I like that.
I mean, you've still... It seems like they purposely, like, mixed... Like, I feel like the writing is, like, for mixed audiences, because there are, like we just said, parts that we like, but then you also have, like, oh, we beat you because we have the power of our friendship. It's like, okay, what?
So this is how you hit Infinite. Real quick.
I just can't believe you can even attack him like that. That is not
I didn't
obvious
as well.
at all. I mean, would any other Wispin even work, or is it just drill?
It's just drill. So, and there we go. We are at the 2-minute mark now.
I
Oh
mean,
my god,
with
my
something
controller
like
kind of lost connection. And
that.
freaking Switch. Oh my god. So, and there it is. Under 215. Really not that hard. But figuring out the drill Wisp thing is the hardest thing about this mission.
They really should have told you that in game. Like, I can't imagine. I wouldn't have ever figured that out.
Same. I mean, maybe they did. I mean,
Oh yeah, we did turn off the help thingies. So maybe there's like one in there that's like, hey, if you take a drill wisp. But I mean, I doubt it. But I guess we don't know since we turned it off.
so let's play another cool level. There's still a ton of levels that I haven't even touched yet, I guess. Fang, I think it's at Patrick Stack on Twitter, because he was actually the one that told me that you can use the drill wisp for that. So...
Oh, I guess this is pretty important. Freaking Shadows playable, finally.
oh, yeah.
It's been just Sonic forever now. So that's actually a huge step in the right direction. They're finally opening up to letting us play as other characters again.
Oh, wow. Well...
Yeah, the drill's definitely not OP.
what do you think about the rental avatar? I don't know, I don't use that function.
I think I feel like they combined two ideas into one with that.
I mean, they kind of, well, the basic idea of it is cool. The thing is, when you rent an avatar, you just get a basic one. And
Yeah.
no advanced weapons, so for speedruns, it's probably pretty pointless.
Like I'm not really a fan of taking somebody else's custom hero, but it is.
I'm not even
like
sure
it
if it's.
that, oh, is it not even
I'm
somebody
not.
else's?
I'm really not sure. I think they're just randomly generated. Oh, and hey, Sonic Paradox.
Oh wait, I think.
Oh my god, I need.
No, I think we had a trailer that said. Because remember we had that. Yeah, we had that trailer that was like, players all around the world, online connectivity, and then it showed off the rental avatar.
Yeah, but they also said play as the avatar of your friend, and how am I gonna do that again?
Well, either way, I don't like it for that feature. The reason I like using it is because it allows you to bring two Wispins into the level. So, like, I can bring whatever Wispin I want, but then if I see, like, I don't know, a burst or lightning section and I don't have that Wispin, then I can still take that path if I want to. So that's the only reason I like it, but other than that, I don't care for it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, the game definitely needs Steam Workshop. Like all the other Sonic games. For example, Mania, a game made by fans. So, the Mega Drive collection has Steamworks support. So, why don't they add it for other games? I mean, from what I've heard, Forces is really easy to mod.
Oh, nice.
But, I still wonder why we don't have Steam Workshop.
Because Sega.
So I'm never gonna play this level with the Drill Wisp again, because I really suck at using Drill. Even
I
though
feel like,
Drill has amp speed, that's cool.
yeah, it's. I feel like the drill is just the speed run Wispin.
Probably. So
Meme?
I'm just thinking, do you see yourself going back playing the actual story of Forces? Because I've obviously played through the story again on Nintendo Switch, and I was pretty bored and didn't really continue. I just wanted to play a specific amount of stages, maybe.
I'm not really sure. I mean, that's not something I generally do anyway.
I mean, I love doing that with Unleashed, for example. But I can't see myself going back to replay the entire Forces story too soon.
I think if they had more combat in it, then I would, because I do really love some of the cutscenes, but like there are a few that are not that interesting.
Oh my god, this song is so good. Why do I
Indeed.
still have the Drill Wisp? Oh my god.
Well, it's actually useful here.
Yeah, but I don't
Like,
want to
they
use
throw you
it.
a lot.
I'm just used to use Burst. So I want to use Burst. But I definitely do see myself coming back to the game for replaying stages. Because
Yeah.
that's something I really enjoy here. And I'm
I mean,
not even too bad at speedrunning currently.
as I said earlier, even though this game is far from perfect and the scores aren't super high, it's still super fun. So this definitely would be my Sonic game of choice to return to.
By the way,
Because I don't really return to Colors Generations or Lost World. I feel like this one is a lot more fun than those to me.
I just noticed, I'm not sure if it's maybe my controller, but it feels like you lose your momentum in midair a lot faster on Nintendo Switch. Oh, and the thing that I hate about this freaking level is that the avatar is so small that you sometimes barely see him and then die.
That's always fun. Oh, it's. Do you remember? I think it was like the Park Avenue. I think it's called for the custom hero. That level where like the silver moons are, how you have to like go up really high with burst.
Oh yeah.
That burst section is freaking hilarious because it takes you up so high, and they spam burst at you.
And
So
you skip like the entire stage.
Yeah, you skip like the entire stage, and like as you're doing it, you just hear the guy yelling "burst" at you like 20 times in a row.
Your thoughts on the classic stages original soundtrack? I'm not a big fan. Like, there are one or two songs that I really freaking hate. The other ones are okay at best, I guess.
I like it for being a sound like I like it for background music for classic Sonic, but beyond that, that's nothing more.
I mean, I think Ghost Town is such an annoying song. And I don't like those freaking Mega Drive synthesizers or Genesis synthesizers, whatever you want to call them, because they just
Yeah.
don't fit in this game. Like if you do a classic Sonic game with actual classic Sonic graphics, okay, I'm down for that. Just use that stuff if the songs are actually good, like they are in Mania. But most of the classic Sonic stages don't really have a good soundtrack for me. I do somewhat like Death Egg though, and Green Hill. Create a new OC, oh my god. I wondered how long it would take to, or for this question to pop up. It took you guys 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I'm not gonna create a new OC. Maybe on my next story playthrough, which is definitely gonna happen live. But no, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready for this.
So many freaking weird and ugly options. Like you can make some pretty cool stuff, but like some of it, I'm just like, why is this in the game?
But I do like that the options for customization are like huge. You basically can do anything with your OC. And I'm surprised. I didn't think it would go this deep.
Also, I wasn't expecting. There's some stuff like they give you like a lot of the character shoes. Like I remember unlocking like Silver's shoes and Amy's shoes.
Yeah, I think I unlocked Sonic shoes even.
Oh yeah, I unlocked a blue pair of Sonic shoes.
Oh, I missed one hit.
Okay, the one you missed, I don't understand some like what makes it miss in this fight sometimes because you
Oh my
went
god!
straight through it. Like, do you have any idea why sometimes you can jump through it and it doesn't register as a bounce back?
It's because this is a 3D fight, so to say, but you are limited to 2D.
So you just gotta be like really careful to hit it when it's like right above you.
Yeah. And I'm always pressing A for jumping, which is annoying because thank you, Switch controller, for being different. I want to play it on Xbox One.
Actually, I guess that's the fault of Xbox for not making their own buttons.
Yes, that's definitely the problem. Like, no, it's not.
I always haven't really liked PlayStation, but I do like that they created their own buttons, and it's not just ABXY.
I don't care too much. I just get confused because one of their buttons is called X, which is nowhere near where X is on any of the other consoles.
Yeah.
So, phase 2,
XD.
XDD. Oh, wow, how did I not notice that? Oh my god.
But you can't actually do it twice if you don't like damage his hand too much at first.
Oh my god, this is so much faster. Oh my god, I died. This is what I hate about this boss. It just randomly destroys everything.
Yeah, you really don't get a warning at all for that smash hit. You just have to remember when it comes, which is kind of dumb. It's like you can't even see his arm come down because of the camera, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh.
Screw this boss. I don't want to do this. So, I think we could talk about another thing, and that's how this game performs from a technical standpoint.
As in, like, polish or just...
Polish, graphics, all that stuff. Because...
Polish... it's okay.
well,
not bad by any means, but even in this stream, we've seen...
When we're talking glitches, this game is actually really solid, more than Generations. Because during my first 2 playthroughs, I haven't noticed a single glitch. No, there wasn't anything. And that's also what most reviews seem to confirm. Like, you don't really encounter glitches in the game if you're not trying to encounter glitches. I mean, sure, it does happen at times. Every game has glitches.
I had one that was annoying in Ghost Town. Like, there was this area where you would, like, I don't remember if it was a spring or like you spin dashed up, but like you would start from the bottom and you could go up, and there was a platform, and I would land on the platform and it would like teleport me slightly to the left immediately as I landed on it, and it like, because I like tried to jump before I noticed that, I would jump and then it would teleport me at the same time, and then I'd end up falling back down, and that happened twice. So that was freaking weird. But beyond that, I haven't encountered anything.
Oh, and graphically, it looks really good. I mean,
Yes.
there are some weird textures, for example, the computer room in Chemical Plant, which looks even worse on Switch, obviously. But
Yeah.
generally, I think it's really... It's a good looking game.
Yeah,
Still not
like,
as pretty as Unleashed, probably. But Unleashed had other issues.
Graphically, aesthetically, and with the lighting, they do a really good job of making this game just look nice.
Oh yeah, someone in the comments actually talked about Egg Gate, and Egg Gate is just beautiful. The outside area, like, it was stunning when I first played that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the shadows in this game are not that good, especially on Switch. But that's a thing you don't really notice while playing, because, well, who looks at the shadows at high speed?
Yeah. I mean, they definitely don't look like super great, but I mean, they don't look bad, so it's nothing to complain about. Because I've seen some bad shadows, and oh boy, shadows are bad. Are they noticeable?
And you know what I always wondered since I've now played through the Switch version? The very first time we've seen Green Hill Zone from Classic Sonic. Just why? I mean, for those who don't remember, the first time we've seen Green Hill Zone was in a Nintendo Direct, like 1 or 2 days, because they showed it off on the official channel. Or a week. Well, at least not too long. But on that Nintendo Direct, Green Hill Zone, classic Green Hill Zone, looked freaking awful.
Yeah, it definitely looked terrible.
And
which makes me wonder why they even showed it.
Same. I mean, they showed it off on the official channels shortly after that. And it looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened there? I mean, I just don't understand.
Nintendo happened.
Nintendo happened. And also, when the Switch was playable at certain events, I think around the time E3 happened, a lot of people were criticizing it for having a not stable frame rate and looking ugly. I obviously can't confirm anything because I haven't played it at that time. But it seems that they fixed pretty much all of that.
Yeah, supposedly, like, the last couple months, they really worked hard on, like, making the Switch version better.
And I don't really notice the 30 FPS log.
That reminds me, though, like speaking of performance, my computer is pretty strong, and I pretty much every game I've ever played I can play at a constant 60 and even record in 60 on a lot. And I had some issues with a few levels in this game, which I was super confused about. Like, my frame rate would drop to 30 during certain sections of this game. Even if I put the graphics down to low, it would still not go up to 60, which makes pretty much no sense at all.
It might be something about the port.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I've been hearing a lot of weird stories about stuff that happened to people. Like, a friend of mine told me that one cutscene on PlayStation 4 was actually downsized to 480p for some reason, even though the game natively runs in 1080. And
it's like,
I don't know, it feels like something went wrong with porting it to different platforms.
Yeah, that's probably definitely the case. Like, I haven't seen the outside of Modern's chemical plant in 60. Like, that just slugs along. I mean, I get 30, but 30 looks terrible after, like, just watching the same game in 60, like, minutes prior. And then, like, the final boss, classic section of the final boss lags me out, but not the other ones. Which, okay, that makes no sense.
So, Cole is dead for a few seconds. Or minutes, maybe. So, do you have any other questions? if not, we're gonna end the stream soon, since we've talked about pretty much everything, I guess.
Meme?
Meme. So Cole is back to life.
Just open our Discord again and look what I saw when I went to mute. Just the last thing you sent.
Oh my god. Nice meme.
Oh yeah, in the pyramid, inside the pyramid, is another section that just lags. Now that one I was actually able to make the frame rate go up by taking it off high, but for some reason when I use the lightning wisp dash thing in there, the frame rate drops. I don't know why the lightning wisp creates problems, but it does.
Well, the lightning wisp also causes frame drops on Xbox One. It's not too bad though, but it's definitely a problem that exists, and probably due to all the ring animations. I mean, that's what I would say from my... I have no idea how technique in games works.
I mean, it would make sense. Do you think there'll be DLC stages / characters for this game? I have no idea what to think about that because, as we said previously in the stream, Sega has said no, they won't make more DLC, but they've also said that they will. So, we don't really know if the same company is saying yes and no.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so. It won't really shock me if there's not more, but it definitely would be amazing.
Alright, Moregy, good night. That also means that it's 2 AM for me. Nice meme. I get. Oh my god, I missed it.
That would be pretty awesome. While I think it would be cool to have more stages as DLC, I feel like that's highly unlikely compared to just having characters play in the existing levels. So that would be a lot easier on their part.
Well, I just don't know what to expect. I want DLC because the base game is so short, but I don't see them doing DLC. I mean, I've said the same thing for Generations.
I mean, at least we have more hope than we did for Generations, though, because Episode Shadow is a DLC, and they've already patched the game like a few times, so clearly they're not against updating it.
Well, should I remind you of Casino Night?
Oh god. Please. Please don't.
For those who don't know, there was actual DLC for Sonic Generations.
Pre-order bonus.
It was literally just a pinball table.
A virtual pinball table. And they literally advertised it as vaguely as possible. They said Casino Night DLC. So you're to assume like, oh sweet, a classic and modern act for Casino Night. and then it's a freaking pinball table.
Wasn't that awesome?
Of all things.
By the way,
a pinball table.
for Europe, except for the PC version, I think, if I remember it right, it was only available through the collector's edition.
Oh wow.
Which is totally worth it, I guess. I mean, I don't think that it's on the 360 and PlayStation 3 stores. It definitely is on Steam though, and it came for like €5, but it's free now.
I'm pretty sure it's not on their stores. I actually bought the Generations DLC on Steam when it went on sale for like, I think it was 49 cents, so I just bought it. But wow.
I mean, we know for a fact that there's more Avatar stuff that we're gonna get. Like the Sonic shirt, actually. Data miners found that already. This stage is so much fun to play. Because it's like fully 3D, that's just awesome.
Yeah. I don't dislike the 2D sections in this game, but I mean, you can't argue with the fact that 3D is just cooler.
I don't dislike them, but I also don't like them.
Okay, so while we said we liked the levels in this game, but what is up with the freaking like secret levels where it's like
it's Generations all over again.
The freaking bombs, like what is that cancer? And like the Sunset Heights one with the flames everywhere, like what the fudge is that?
Oh my god, the Sunset Heights one, beating that within the time limit.
That was a good idea. Who
you know what? I'm actually gonna play this right now because I have to show you something that you will need for 100%ing the game. It's not possible to do it without that shortcut. Like, really, straight up not possible. Do I have this unlocked, by the way? I'm not sure.
Like, I enjoyed some of them, but like, others are just like, did you play this level to see how freaking terrible it is? Why did you put it in the final game?
I did not unlock it this so far, so can't show it.
And like every single one of the bomb missions, oh my god, why?
Why not?
Because they're terrible bomb block. So fun. So much fun.
I'm gonna show you how it's done. Oh my god! I did not play it right now. It was actually my cousin who is sitting right next to me every Saturday.
Every Saturday he sits next to you?
Yes.
I don't remember which number it is, but there's an Avatar chemical plant bomb stage, and I wanted to kill myself when I played it.
That wasn't too bad, though.
Well, it wasn't until you. I mean, it is bad until you figure out where to stand. Like, I died like 3 times at the very end because I didn't realize which block didn't fall. And I got really tired of playing through that level again.
Oh yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Because, like, the thing is, it's like, they're not that bad on their own. Like, if you just play it once and be done. But it's like, who in their right mind is gonna go back to them?
I won't. But I had to. Oh, so I have to play as some random avatar.
Yeah, cheatster, there's more than 100% of the world. Makes a lot of sense.
I failed that on purpose just now. Just so you can see how it looks like. It's hilarious.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but now that two people in the chat have acknowledged it, yeah, I agree.
But gotta say, we haven't talked about the fact that this is the first Sonic game since '06, I guess, where we have actually full 3D levels.
Jeez.
Like, we have levels that doesn't have any 2D. Even a modern Sonic level, which is the level that I'm speedrunning currently.
That's pretty
cool.
insane, man. That's a long time. I mean, it's been just as long since we've played as another character.
I'm actually not quite sure about Lost World right now. Because there might be Lost World stages without 2D. But I'm not too sure about that.
I don't know. Lost World's not extremely memorable. So,
We should play through that again.
Know. Oh god.
Alright, Windy Hill Act 1, for example, didn't have 2D.
Oh.
The first word or act of the secret world didn't have any 2D.
Forgot about that. That was a weird world.
Terminal Velocity was not in full 3D. That was on rail. Like, straight up on rail. You did nothing but running forward. That was... I mean, I loved that stage. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of linearity, that was worse than Forces. I mean, sometimes if you jump there, you straight up died. So I'm gonna play Egg Gate because... Well, just because the stage is amazing. And visually impressive.
Visually impressive?
Yes.
I mean, whole game?
Nah, not everything. There are some stages.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess, our favorite stage is visually impressive. The last classic Sonic level.
It looks cool.
Oh yeah, that for some reason the very beginning of this, I also lagged. Like during the like right when you can boost, frame drop there every time, no matter what, and then it immediately goes back up.
We forgot to talk about another thing that I've just noticed. The homing attack or general input lag.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, actually,
it's such a weird thing to happen, but it happens
really
so often.
Input lag, but yeah, the homing attack.
Well, it's not really input lag. It's lag with the inputs of quick stepping, which, like, I'm 100% sure that you've noticed that in the last tag team stage.
Oh yeah, I noticed that when I was trying to get the either the numbers or the moons.
Because sometimes, for those who don't know,
although
you just wouldn't do a quick attack, even though you've pressed the button.
Yeah, he just I don't think it was ever delayed for me. It just straight up didn't work a couple times.
Yeah, that's pretty much input delay still.
I thought that was my controller. I didn't know it was the freaking game.
No, it's definitely the game. And the thing Benjamin just noticed or pointed out, the homing attack. Overall, it's so flawed.
They must have changed like how it works. We're used to it being like such a wide range up and down as well. And it's not like that anymore at all. Which I don't understand why. It doesn't hurt anything for it to be the way it was.
True. Oh my god, it's so late. Or early.
Aqua Road. I think Aqua Road for me was like the biggest stage disappointment.
Did you collect all the red star rings? And silver moon medals?
Yes.
And number drinks? Like, collecting those is the most luck-based collectible that I've seen in, like, forever.
There is a way to get around the luck, but you have to... Like, you just have to go to certain parts of the slide so that you don't get bumped, and then you can try to get them. It's so weird.
Let me show you just one red star ring, and if you tell me that is not luck-based, then you are objectively wrong.
Well, I'm just talking about the moons. I don't remember all the red star rings.
Because this red star ring right here, you can't influence the direction the motorbikes will put you, and you can't just go through it without touching them.
Man. I don't understand why this whole level is devoted to this slide. Like, it's not even... I mean, maybe some people really like it. It's nothing, like, terrible, but I really don't care for it.
Don't even remind me on S-ranking that level with Shadow.
Yeah, that took me a while.
Oh my god. Like, the level idea is so freaking cool and I really love it, but...
The motobugs ruined it.
It's executed really, really poorly.
Also, why is it so easy to fly off of these three as Avatar? When I was Shadow, he stayed on it. And as Avatar, I just kept flinging off.
It would have been so much better if you could just jump. Which I think... I mean, we had a similar mechanic in earlier Sonic games. For example, Adventure, and you could definitely jump there. Oh, and yes, the music is probably my favorite Avatar soundtrack in the game. Oh, and don't even get me started on White Jungle. Like, the White Jungle remix is amazing.
And phone call.
Nice meme. So, feel free to share your favorite track from the game. As a mine, it's probably White Jungle overall. That remix is just fantastic. Oh my god, I hate those motorbikes. Well, Green Hill actually is my favorite classic I died. My favorite classic Sonic track. Probably. The modern Sonic tracks all add something to them. Because, I don't know, the modern Sonic tracks are, I think, the best tracks to just listen to. Screw this level. I don't want to play it anymore. Oh yeah, the final boss music was great as well. Play null space. Maybe later. Don't really feel like playing that. Because for me, null space is like a hit and miss. It's not that I don't like the stage, but it's weird. It's a weird stage. By the way, S ranking this stage was freaking hard. Probably one of the biggest challenges in the game. My favorite stage, I haven't really decided on that yet. Like, there's so many modern Sonic stages that I like. So currently, I would say it's Mortar Canyon. Because I'm speedrunning it because it's so much fun. But that could change. It's probably gonna change relatively soon. But I like most of the stages in the game. Well, I mean, maybe my strategy for the S rank was just wrong. Not 100% sure on that, but it really took me a while. Also, this level, it's really important to destroy the golden motorbikes because they give you ton of points. Tons of points, so destroy as much as them as you can. Otherwise, you probably won't be able to S-rank this one. Well, goodbye rings, goodbye S-rank. Having Shadow playable, well, while he isn't my favorite choice, it's such a cool thing to do. And he was, I assume, pretty easy to implement since he has the same movement than Sonic. As of now, I'm not sure if the handling or something is any different. Sometimes it feels like it, but that could just be my imagination. Gotta ask the speedrunning community about that. They probably know. An infinite DLC, that would be interesting. But I think the best way they could go with that is like showing... Oh my god, I hate this. Showing what happened to Infinite after Sonic defeated him. Because that's pretty much the only thing we don't know about him. Due to the comic, we know about his past and what he did before he actually became Infinite. We know how he met Shadow and such. So, I just want... Like... Oh my god, what... I just want to know what happened after Sonic defeated him. I doubt that we will ever get to know that. Because Infinite, once again, is such a one-shot character. Which is something I'm sad about, because he has great potential as a villain. But hey, at least this one-shot was pretty cool. And I'm so glad that all the people that was saying, like, Infinite is related to the Avatar in some way, or the, like, bad part of the Avatar or something. I'm so glad that they were wrong. I'm not gonna do SOS missions. They're annoying. So since Cole seems to be pretty dead right now, and I think I've showed off pretty much everything from the game, the stream is gonna end soon. So if you have any questions, drop them now, and I will see if I can answer them. I really don't feel like playing null space, sorry.
Meme?
Meme? Oh dang, I missed the starring. Would you buy a Sonic Forces 2 covering Sonic and the others cleaning up Eggman's mess and dealing with a potentially unrestricted infinite? I mean, I definitely would play it because it's a Sonic game, but I'm not sure if I really want it. And got the red star ring. Hashtag skills.
I think we need Sonic Lost World 2. Clearly the best game in the franchise.
I like Lost World. Well, I love the first half. And I hate the second half, and I guess I like it. It's what comes somewhere in between that.
I guess.
I mean, Forces doesn't suffer from being too gimmicky.
Yeah.
It's really consistent with what it does.
That's one of the reasons I really like it.
So if you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna end the stream now because it is really late. It's actually 2:30 a.m. right now.
Nice meme.
And we were talking for 3 hours.
Whoa.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I told Sonic I will in Adventure 3.
Can you upload that shortcut from the Fire Cannon 2 mission? Let me check. I might have actually done it already. Or you could just give me a minute, and I'm gonna show that off. I just need to connect my Xbox.
Benjamin, for me, my score is 7.5. And those 2.5 points that are missing are not actually because of any gameplay. It's more of a lack of other things in the game. Especially length.
So I'm just gonna show that off real quick. And I would give Forces a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 Haven't 100% decided on that yet. Just because, like, it has a lot of flaws. Yes, looking at you, classic Sonic. But, yeah, I still like it. I mean,
Yeah, the thing is,
a lot of people mistake a score like 6.5 for,
it's
oh,
a not fun game.
it's a bad game. Even though a 6.5 is mediocre, and that's totally fine. Like, games don't need to have a 10 out of 10 all the time. And I think websites are giving that score way too easy, because 10 out of 10 means this is a perfect
Oh,
game.
wow.
So cool, got a call again. Nice meme. Yes, the stream is going to be uploaded. Oh my god, the button layout is different. This is annoying. Oh my god, 60 frames per second. Wow, this looks way better. Alright. Which stage was it again? Fire Cannon 2. Okay, Toxic User, you got a timeout earlier, and you get a new one. Have fun. Oh wow. I actually hate this level. No, not oh my god. So this might take a while because let's just say this level is a little flawed, maybe. I really don't like this level. So the shortcut is right up here, because you have to jump over there, and there it is. Saves like maybe 10 seconds, I think. Hey Tomato, welcome. Gosh, I hate this level. Who thought this would be a good idea? So, and you need this shortcut to actually get a sub 45, which is a time attack mission. And I died again. Well, thanks, Tomato. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, it was the first, like, discussion kind of thing we did. Like, really focusing on discussing about the game instead of focusing on the gameplay and just discussing while playing. So I'm glad people enjoyed it. Oh no, screw this level. I showed off the shortcut and that's it. Yeah, Tomato, that's pretty much how I feel. So, one last level before I just end the stream. Oh wait, let me see the rankings for this. Oh wow, I'm rank 4 now. Dang. I was rank 1 like, I don't know, 5 hours ago maybe? Boy. Still number 1 of my friends though. That's neat. Let's play some arcade. Yeah, same. Because I just think they're gonna push the classic direction even more. And that's something I definitely don't want. I mean, I enjoyed Mania and all, but well, I do like modern Sonic, and they've kind of been screwing with him a lot. I just would like to have a game like Unleashed again, a game that I can just fully enjoy without having too much negative stuff to talk about. I mean, in this stream we talked a lot about negative stuff. For example, the whole classic Sonic rage. Because he just serves no purpose in Sonic Forces. But yet he's there. And with all the flaws that we've been pointing out, it probably wasn't worth all the development time, even though they probably spent like 2 years on developing the Hedgehog engine. But like overall, gameplay-wise, it felt like a downgrade. I mean, it's really easy to access, and then the levels are short. It's not a bad thing overall because it makes it more accessible for speedrunners, for new speedrunners, to join the party. That's definitely cool. But yeah, overall, Forces seems to be like a step back from previous entries, even though it is, for me personally, more enjoyable than previous entries. Well, people have been saying that they might go back to adventure gameplay since, let me guess, Unleashed? Yeah, sounds about right. And I really hope they don't, because people are gonna realize that the adventure formula doesn't work anymore today, not as it worked back in the 2000s. And not that I want to hate on adventure or anything, but a lot of this love for the adventure series comes from nostalgia. Um, I had a discussion going on today on a Discord server where someone just said that the Adventure 1 gameplay was his favorite from Sonic, which is something I cannot really understand. Like, it was okay, yes, it was a good style of gameplay, but it also was so freaking flawed and broken, which is one of the biggest problems Sonic Adventure has, in my opinion. And a gameplay style like that, didn't really age well. So I just don't really want them to go back there, especially because I just love the boost. For me, the boost is just the perfect mechanic, and it fits Sonic perfectly. I don't know. Can you play Mania next time? Not sure. I still have my Boom 100% project going on, so I'm probably gonna stream that. And I also want to do one last Forces playthrough relatively soon. So we'll see about Mania. They might be able to make it fresh somehow. I mean, it's not that they didn't try. Lost World had... With Lost World, I think they tried to combine like adventure with classic. And they didn't do too bad, but it still was flawed. Well, in my opinion, and I've been saying that for years now, bringing Sonic Adventure 3 uh, for the name alone would be the biggest mistake they could make. Thinking back to Sonic 4, I don't even think I need to say that much. Sonic 4 was an awful mess when it comes to capturing what made classic Sonic so great. I mean, I personally enjoyed episode 2, but it doesn't deserve the name Sonic 4, and this is exactly what will happen with Sonic Adventure 3. For the name alone, people will just expect too much and the game will entirely flop. If they would use the adventure formula and create a different game out of it, like just not calling it SA3, it probably could work. I mean, just because I don't want to see it personally doesn't mean that it wouldn't work, but they should never create Sonic Adventure 3 because just no. That would be the worst thing ever. In terms of reputation. Is that a new personal best? No, it's not. Dang. Let's see. I only played Luminous Forest once today, and I actually like that stage because it gives you a really good sense of speed and stuff. And the soundtrack is amazing. And I actually like, I'm not sure if I talked about it earlier, how have they implemented Lost Worlds elements into this level in specific, or the infinite boss fight after this level. Because, like, we have the tube design back, which I don't mind, and it's actually sort of fun as heck to play with boosting, just boosting through it. A lot of people just say, well, it's boost to win, that's bad. And yes, from an objective standpoint, it probably is, but I still enjoy the hell out of it. I'm sorry. Well, I probably won't be able to play those mods because I don't have the PC version. And I don't plan to buy another version of the game right now. Simply because I've been playing through the game on Switch, and I don't know, going back to the story isn't something I want to do too soon again, except for like streaming it, for example. I really also like this boss fight in particular for using Lost Worlds design. I don't know, Lost World just really grew on me over the years. And like this game mixes up Lost World with the boost formula pretty good. Well, I could, but that would be really, really cheap. I don't want to do that. Because that would automatically unlock all of the achievements. And I'm more of the I want to get all the achievements by myself guy. Even though I did already, yes, but still, it wouldn't be fair. Yeah, it is a little hard to control when Sonic goes fast. I agree on that. But it's still pretty enjoyable in my opinion. Yeah, I did, but then Cole went away and I wanted him to say goodbye. So I'm just desperately waiting for him to come back, I guess. the Hedgehog Engine 1 would have drift. So I would be down for that. Alright, I'm gonna play Null Space. Even though I don't necessarily like it. Well, I'm not really sure about it just being a visual thing. I think I got the double boost, but okay. So if it's just a visual thing, then I'm sorry. Alright, that was stupid. See, that is why I don't like this level. All the rail switching is just annoying as heck. And sometimes you don't even see that a rail ends. Oh my god, are you serious, game? Wow. Another reason to hate this level. Oh my god. See, this is what you're doing to me. At almost 3 AM in the morning. I was not drifting and facing in that direction, but okay. Oh my god. want to die. I used to like this level at first. Those were good times. That was the input lag thing I was talking about earlier. Well, Tomato, people also said that about Lost World. See what you got out of it. Nothing. Like, really nothing. We had like a couple of mods and they were pretty ambitious. But that's pretty much it. I think they never even really finished a mod. We just have those work in progress things all over the place. Oh my god.
Hey.
So whoever requested this level, you're making me hate this level right now. I was pressing A. Oh my god. I didn't even know which Wisp I had equipped. I just hate that this level only consists of rails. I think that's the main thing that I don't like about it. Like, there's literally nothing in this level but rails. And, well, maybe 5 or 6 enemies before you hop onto a rail again. Gosh, finally. Final Rush was, like, so much better.
So, I made it.
Welcome back.
Long story short, I had to leave the house real quick and come back.
Nice meme, and you just missed me suffering through null space.
Nice.
Which is now a stage that I straight up hate. So,
Oh, happy 3 a.m.
Thank you. This game sucks. Well, that is your opinion. You don't have to like it.
Nice meme. It's a good response.
It's an approved meme.
Oh, Sonic.
Unleashed is better doesn't equal this game sucks. I mean, Unleashed is better, no question, but that doesn't mean that Forces sucks. I mean, maybe you don't enjoy it, but others do, like I am. Tomato, how about no, actually?
But it would only take all night.
What is sleep anyway?
Barney.
Remember when Kyle did his Unleashed playthrough in one sitting?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, why does the jump not work like it does in the Switch version? Oh, it does, okay. I was just doing it wrong. And of course I messed that up.
I really hate those spikes.
I mean, they're easy to not hit, but you have to be
also, like,
relatively precise in
yeah,
doing the air boost.
like they're placed pretty well to screw you over.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, this freaking jump is a little annoying. That was too high, oh my god. Forces speedrunning is fun. Not a double jump.
XD.
XDD.
You know what? I'm gonna play Forces now.
By the way, remember when I said I want to keep my streams a little shorter now? To like 2 hours?
That's a nice meme.
Look at me now.
How long has it been going?
3 hours and 30 minutes as of now.
This game supports an autosave feature. I didn't know that.
And I screwed it up again, because I was jumping too early.
Well, time to go play that chaos fight.
Haha.
I'm gonna have a go at getting some moons, even though it.
Oh my god,
probably does
Tomato,
nothing.
why did you say that?
What do you say?
You know what they say. This line. It's so bad.
It's good, I'm sure. Oops.
Sniffberg, if you don't like the game, why are you here again? Just to tell people the game sucks? Because for that,
yeah.
you don't need to be here.
Twitter is a great place for that, apparently.
Oh yeah, Twitter is a good place to be at. Especially when new Sonic games come out.
I can't remember a new Sonic game coming out. It's been so long.
Same.
It's been way too long. I really hope the next one doesn't take another 4 years.
What are you talking? We had plenty of Sonic games.
Oh yeah, like...
We had Mario and Sonic 2016, we had...
Yeah, and Sonic Runner's Adventure, and Sonic Rise of Lyric.
No, Rise of Lyric came out in 2012, I guess. It was before Lost World. Wait, was it before
what?
Lost World?
No, I think it came after Lost World.
Did?
I thought Rise of Lyric was 2014. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Let's see.
It's late, so
Rise of Lyric. Really? If I type Rise of Lyric on my phone, the first suggestion is versus Sonic 06. I hate the Sonic fan base. How are those games? Alright, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that.
It's by the way, it's for a fact, it's 2014. I just remembered.
Oh. Wasn't that supposed to be like the year of Sonic or something? And then it was trash.
Nobody buy this game. Sega needs to know what's up. Well, sorry, I already bought it and I enjoy it, so... What's your point? Can you just not? Thank you. Just let people enjoy the game if they enjoy the game.
What's enjoyment of a Sonic game?
No, I mean that completely unironically.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I'm sitting here enjoying it right now.
I just get annoyed by people trying to ruin the fun for others. Like all those people coming into my speedruns like, oh, you can't play 06 glitchless. Spoilers, Sonic is in the game.
Yeah, dude. Did you know that? Did you know he was in the game? Yay.
Oh my god. How did I mess up that last jump that is sort of hard in this stage?
Because it's sort of hard.
It's not really hard. The jumping is just a little more precise than others, probably. And my current record on the stage is just bad, so I want to get a good one.
Man, I love how I have wall jumped in so many levels.
Sure do. Finally.
Why? Oh. Could have used that there, huh? Whoops. You know, even if they don't return the Wispins, can they please make the light dash as fun as it is in this game?
Oh
Now
yeah,
on.
it's really cool.
Like, I don't even know why entirely. It's just so much fun. Yay. I earned 3 gold honors as Rabbit. Can't wait to never play as Rabbit ever again.
Oh, that wasn't even my personal best, but well, I'm rank 31, and rank 1 is only pretty much a second away.
Oh wow. Tight competition.
Oh my god, sub 1 is so freaking close. I really hope the speedrunning community ends up getting sub 1 on every stage.
I'm sure they will due to exploits.
Yeah. But without
Oh,
exploits, like actual speedrunning, like I just did in Lost Valley. That would be amazing.
I don't think it's possible in every level without
Definitely
exploits.
not.
You can probably get close.
So, I'm gonna end the stream now.
You mean?
Yes, thanks to all of you who were watching,
And who liked the game?
and also thanks to Koch Media again for providing a review copy for Nintendo
Pretty
Switch.
sweet.
And yeah, that sums it up pretty much. Hope you all had fun, and see you on the next stream, which will most likely be next week on Friday or Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Depends on when Cole has time.
Never.
Alright, goodbye.
Goodbye.